Okay, I think, yeah, we are pretty close now. Oh, that's a bear. Hmm? I know I ran away, but I was kinda hoping you would follow me. Yeah, heavy hide, heavy hide. I keep forgetting whether they drop medium or heavy hide. Heavy, they drop heavy, which is important. We need heavy hide. But yeah, my friend said that, yeah, kinda looks like the game has a weak spot mechanic going for it, and truth be told, it's kinda hard to tell. Like, I would have to do some tests about it in a really controlled environment to know for sure, and I really don't feel like doing that. So sorry for that, but yeah, to me it feels random. Oh, that's the place, yeah. So that's my position. I'm just gonna assume that it's a little random sometimes. Or maybe it's just that daggers do very little main attack damage. So yeah. What a cozy place you have. 10, so that 10, 16, it's like, wow, nice. And then 5. Really? Wow, a repair kit. That's quite nice. Repair? Or maybe repair? Repair. Repair. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh my god, that animation is so old. And so stupid. But I love it. Nostalgia. Yeah, but speaking of, like, you know, old and nostalgia, I'm trying not to be too much of a boomer, but I'm really starting to feel like some of the latest slangs, sloinks. Sapphire. What we need most is a ruby, I think, but collecting all the, you know, valuable gemstones always does feel nice. But yeah, I've been thinking, like, some of these slangs sound, you know, pretty okay. Can't think of a specific example for that, but you know, some of them are, you know, normal slang stuff, doesn't really, you know, grind any gears for me. But there's one in particular that I hate, which is the new boomer. You know, calling someone old, you used to call them a boomer, right? You still kinda do, but lately I've heard people call old people unks. And I really hate that word. Not because someone called me that, okay? But it's like short for uncle. And I just hate how it sounds. I guess I'm sensitive to sound because, like, I hate how it sounds, like unk. What's unk doing here? Like, you sound so dumb. That sound you sound like an alien. Unk unk. Like, imagine saying it a few times in a row. Unk unk unk. You sound like a fucking monkey. Unk unk unk. What's unk doing? Unk. Okay, so I would have to dig a little to safely descend. Unless I'm feeling frisky and I'm gonna use the chain to do it, which I think is possible. It isn't. Ouch. Wait. It is? Wow, hey, that's a nice decorative thing. Torches that are turned off. You just have to turn them on. Yo, I love it. More of that, please, in games. More of that. Huh. Yeah, that's a mine. That's a well-designed mine. Wait, you can climb the chains. Yeah, I was correct. But I didn't grab it while falling. Ouch. It costed me dearly. iron, that's nice. I think we can like fall... Oh! Look, it doesn't work now? Wait, do you have to like approach it from a certain angle? Look, I cannot climb it right now, like this. But from this side, no problem. What if I start from here? Oh, what? That's so ass. That's so shit. What the hell? Like it's impossible to tell which side is climbable. What the hell, bro? They have to update that. Like, come on. Ooh. Wait a minute. Why did I not think of that before? Oh, Jesus! That's quite... laggy? Ah, yeah. Nice ride. Okay, whatever. What the... Oh, that's the nose one. Okay, hello. He drops light leather, right. Yeah, nice. Whoa. What the hell are you... what are you all doing here? Did the larva guy just escape? Like, the larva just went and burrowed? I mean, smart guy, but also a coward. That... Oh my god, more stone blocks? Really? Chalk? Come on. They really wanna compete with Minecraft on the white and grey block competition. I believe that if you like count... Oh, nice. A door. Cozy. Yeah, I believe that if you count the dead coral blocks in Minecraft, then you will have like 50 different grey blocks in the game. Easily. If you want to, for some reason, make like a grey gradient, you know, of all sorts of grey, shades of grey. Oh my god, I just realized what I, you know, just said. It wasn't on purpose, okay? Haha, 50 shades. Jesus Christ. It wasn't on purpose, I swear. It's kind of like the 6-7 thing. I don't know if it's like... what do you call it? Subliminal messaging or something like that? I don't know if it's like subconscious. Yeah, subconscious, not subliminal. I don't know if it's like subconscious or what, but I seriously feel like I just wanna say, like, I don't do it on purpose, but I would frequently say something like, you know, 6 or 7 of something, like, you know, hey, how much of, I don't know, something of that do you need? I would go like, you know, I don't know, 6 or 7, and everyone is like, 6 or 7, he said the thing. Like, I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. Like, sometimes you really do need 6 or 7 amount of some stuff. Okay? But yeah, 6, 7, yeah, another... Wow, larva can just burrow and dip like that. Nice. Kinda jealous, truth be told. But yeah, the 6, 7 meme is really not that bad. It's kinda nonsensical, but the lack of sense is the joke here, on purpose. So, you know, I guess that's kinda funny too. Not the first time we had a joke like that. Remember E? Right? Remember how funny it was that we were just saying a letter for no reason? Funniest shit I've ever heard. E. I still kinda find it amusing. Yeah, you gotta find the right angle when it comes to ropes and such, bro. That's so stupid. I think I climbed moss briefly there. Huh. I certainly like the 6-7 meme more than the word unk. So at least there's that. Eyes in the dark. I'm gonna have to like switch. The enemies are easy, so I can afford to drop the shield. But yeah, I've said it. Ow. Oops. I've said it before and I will say it again. We need more variety of single-handed weapons. You know, with like a slightly different, scary moveset. Signature attacks, light attacks, heavy attacks, charge attacks, stuff like that. So yeah, we need that for sure. Okay, so like, I don't know, for some future playthroughs, if they ever were to happen, gotta keep that in mind, that the Mineshaft is actually a nice, beginner-friendly, noob-friendly dungeon to explore. Lots of exposed iron, stuff like that. Oh yeah, speaking of exposed ores, I kinda miss the time when the most effective way of getting ores in Minecraft was actually digging. You know, I kinda miss it. I mean, I know that mining a tunnel is boring, but it would be nice if there was a reason to do that. You know what I mean? Like if you wanna just chill and talk with a friend, like, oh, I'm gonna build a base, okay, I'm gonna go mining, right? But nowadays, it's just much more time efficient. Oh, that's the big boy. Duel me. Nice. What was I saying? Cave exploring is just so much time efficient. And just quicker in general, and much more profitable than mining a tunnel. That, you know, it doesn't even compete. It's impossible to compare the two. Exploring is much faster, you get much better results, and you can also like find stuff like, you know, interesting stuff like some trial chambers or the end city and such much faster. You explore much better. I think they should add something to balance it out. I think it would be nice if they added like some ore. Some special ore that is actually like quite valuable, so that the players would want it. That you know, it would kinda work like what's that nether material? Not netherrack. I mean, come on, netherite. Something that would work like netherite and would be very valuable, but it doesn't ever spawn next to air. Oh, watch your step there, bro. You know what I mean? Like something that would make it worthwhile to actually mine a tunnel. By the way, story time as we, you know, go back home. It's a quick one. I've been playing Minecraft, oh my god, way back in the day, you know, one of my first playthroughs ever of Minecraft. I was such a little baby kid back then. And I didn't really know anything about the game, and one day I'm descending into my mine on the ladder, yeah, we used to make those, and I hear this weird sound, like a wet slapping sound, and I'm like, I've never heard it before. I don't recognize it at all. Not from my gameplay, not from my gameplay, not from watching let's plays of others. So I'm like, really scared, and I'm descending, and like once I get down, I don't see anything, out of the ordinary, but I open the door to a tunnel, and there's a slime, and I kid you not, I like shut my pants, not literally but still, and went back up and was like oh my god, I was like 12. Oh man, up to this day I can't believe I got so scared of a slime. But like, dude, they were so rare back in the day. Nowadays, if you want to find them, they spawn at night in the swamp, pretty much always. So if you need slime balls, you go there, right? So there's a place, but back in the day, they could only randomly spawn underground in some specific random chunks. So, if like it was such a secret in a way, not a single one of the let's players I was watching had seen slimes. So yeah, and that says a lot, because I was watching a lot of YouTube back then, so damn. Good old times. Anyways, see you next time.